Hello, I'm Mari and you're watching Mxribomb, and it is officially week 3 of ARTFIGHT. We have gone through we've gone through 3 weeks, that's what I meant to say. And if you're new to the channel, if you don't know what ARTFIGHT is, hi. ARTFIGHT is a thing that happens every July. There's a website, there are 2 teams. The teams attack each other by giving them art. And whoever has the most points at the end of the month wins. What do they win? Bragging rights and fun and a little stamp with a crown on their profile that you have to put on your... Anyways, that's ARTFIGHT. But, you know, I don't know, I feel like I've been through it this month. Because it's like, we started with 9 attacks the first week and then we went down to 3, but it's okay because, you know, you have to know when to take a break, and then we went down and then we came back up a little bit. This video has 4 attacks in it. I finished 5 though, but the thing is I finished 5 after I finished formatting this video, and then I was like, well, I don't feel like adding on another 3 minutes, even though it would have been very easy. But you know what? Don't question me. Don't question me, don't question my methods. It's not important, okay? But basically, I'm really excited. This week I decided that I would play around a little bit more with just backgrounds and colors a little bit more, because I feel like I expressed this last week also, but a lot of my art has just been like character staring at camera, standing still, you know, very plain. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I personally want to explore and venture in the great wide somewhere. I want it more than I can tell. Okay, Uma Musume playthrough in the background, theater kid, voiceover. Guys, send me to the nursing home, please. I can't do this anymore. Oh my gosh. Anyways, I did have fun this week with what I did do. I'm pretty proud of it. I think that there are a couple things that I would go back and like maybe alter a little bit just to see what could happen, just to see all the possibilities, but unfortunately it's too late for that, so it's okay. I had fun regardless, and I hope that you guys are also having a lot of fun this time around. So let me know how your art fight is going in the comments, and I'll be very excited to see. Yes. Anyways, let's just get on into it. Get into it, yeah. Okay, so the first one is for Tao Fitsuguru, which I hope I'm saying that right. And I'm drawing their characters Ai and Haruka. Ai is the one on the top panel and Haruka is the one on the bottom panel. It is Haruka, right? Yeah, it's Haruka. How do I even start? With this one, first of all, the only thing that I really know about their relationship is that they're doomed Yuri. And listen, you put doomed Yuri in front of me and I'm gonna go for it. I'm like it's like a sleeper agent term. Like, I'll be normal in public and then I'll walk past a group of kids and they'll be like, guys, did you see the doomed Yuri? Did you see the Alien Stage doomed Yuri? And I'll whip my head around. I actually haven't watched Alien Stage yet. I will at some point, because I like Vivino's art. If they did something bad, I'm not aware of it. I saw little floatings of it on Twitter and I closed the app because I had to go somewhere. If I don't want to talk about it, guys. Anyways, point aside, I really like Doomed Yuri. Why? I don't know, I've always really liked Angst, and I saw that they were both Gyaru and Doomed Yuri, and if you recall last week, I was kind of trying to work my way through a bunch of Gyaru characters. Didn't end up happening. I mean, all the characters from last week were Gyaru or Gyaru inspired, but for some reason, I don't know, I wanted to do a lot more than I was capable of, and I learned my lesson. I did. I really did. I'm sorry, guys. But, you know, they were cute and I wanted to draw them, so I did. Because that's what you do. When you see a cute character, you draw them. Okay? And I don't know. I also kind of realized, like, at this point, that I had really only drawn feminine characters. My bad. I'm sorry, I just really like drawing feminine characters, and I know I should broaden my horizons, but you have to understand. It's just, they're so fun to draw. Now I feel really bad because it's like, guys, I might be a little bit misandrist, but I don't mean it. Most of the time. Some of the time. A little bit. I need to stop with this bit, it's not working. But anyways, I wanted to draw them at the beach because I mentioned this before, but on the 4th of July I went to the beach, mostly against my will, but also because I do like the beach. And we got there really early in the morning, like the sun was just coming up, and I don't know if you've ever been out that early to see the sunrise, but the sun is like red for a good couple of minutes while it's coming up over the horizon. I don't exactly know why that is. I think there's a scientific reason for it. At first I thought it was because of the ozone layer. It might be. I'm not actually sure. I'm not a STEM major. I got a 3 on my AP Environmental Science exam. However, I know that there's a scientific reason for it, but it looks really pretty. And I remember I was standing on the beach and I was like, wow, this is such gorgeous composition. See, that's the thing. Nature has such beautiful composition that I can never understand why people don't want to make art of it, you know? Ooh, my voice on my throat sounded like a little weird there, and I don't know why. Anyways, moving on. But nature has such beautiful composition just on its own. And I think that is something that people don't discuss enough because it's so pretty. It's so pretty because, I don't know, something about like the way the light kind of falls on the water and doesn't really like there's never really like a mix of the light and the water. But at the same time, you know, because the water reflects the light and the color of the sky, you see all these really nice color changes and color patterns, and I love nature and being outside. I just don't like the consequences of being outside, which is bugs. Not because I hate bugs. I just hate when bugs touch me. And I'm sorry guys, I am one of those people. I will freak out if a fly like buzzes past my ear or if I see a bee. Like I'm not gonna freak out, but like there are times when like a wasp, well, I feel like a wasp is more reasonable, right? Because they're mean. But like, I don't know, like a wasp has been in my vicinity or like buzzed past me and I've had a heart attack. Not like a little heart. I can't talk. Just take my tongue away at this point, guys. I can't do this anymore. But I don't know. I dislike wasps very heavily. Or like a bee has like buzzed past me and I've screamed. I remember I was sitting with my friend on our porch this one time and I kept like jumping and screaming and we had to go inside because it was really bad. I might actually have a problem that I need to like see someone about, but we're not here to talk about that today. Anyways, I don't know. I wanted to draw them looking at each other because I feel like something that people don't talk about enough is what I like to call the look of love, which I definitely did not steal from that one Arctic Monkeys song. Anyways, but do you know what I mean? Just like when you realize that you're in love with someone for the first time and you just are like processing it, that's what I'm talking about. It's such a beautiful moment. It's such a beautiful experience. I did kind of try to render this at first, and then I asked my friends what they thought, and they liked it better without the rendering, and I was like, okay. Whatever you want, m'lady. Sorry, I didn't mean that. I don't know why I did that. I don't know. There are a couple of pieces that I did go back and render. I don't remember which ones they are. We'll figure it out when we get there. But yeah, I did have a lot of fun doing these backgrounds though, I will say, especially the top one. Drawing the water was very relaxing as much as it was challenging. I don't know, you guys know me, I don't really draw backgrounds like that, but I like it. I'm getting used to it and I think it's fun. Like the more I do it, the more fun I have. The more fun I have like trying to figure out where the colors go and, you know, how the different shapes would work. And you know, that's the beautiful part of art, just figuring out how things work. And I think people kind of forget about the fun part sometimes, including me. But we don't have to talk about it. But yeah, here's the attack. Anyways, let's move on. Okay, moving on. This is for Whimsical, bitch. Am I allowed to say that on YouTube? I don't care. And so this is their character. Hold on, wait. I remember the name, guys. Just give me a second. Give me a second. I have really bad memory when it comes to name. Briar. I don't know if I feel like I've said this before. I'm awful with names. Like, I don't know, like I'll remember someone's face usually, but I never remember people's names or like how to say them. So I just like have to, I'm really weird about it sometimes. But I think the rest of these are mostly just portraits because I got lazy. I also got very lazy with the background on this one because I was working on this for a lot longer than I wanted to, I think, which depending on how long that was, which I don't remember and you're never gonna know, might seem pretty sad. But I don't know. I'm trying to figure out like different stuff, I guess. And I'm slowly leaning more into doing line art. Because the thing is, I don't realize that it's line art. If you don't treat line art like it's line art, then you're not gonna know that you're doing line art. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you just treat line art like another sketch layer, then it's not actually line art. No matter how much other people will say, oh, well, that looks like line art, it's not really line art. If you really think about it, though. Why? Because I said so. And what are you gonna do about that? Anyways, I was really in love with this color palette, and it took me a while to figure out why. It's because it reminded me of Lois Griffin. At first I was just like, oh, like the greenish teal and like the orange, they work really well together, because they do. And I'm not being mean, but I did, like halfway through the drawing, feel like I was drawing a fancy Lois Griffin, and I did have to stop for a little bit. But, you know, it is what it is. Oh my god, that reminds me, I wanted to cosplay Lois and the Cinnamon Skin Target Lady with one of my like long-term close friends, and then I met this girl in college, and we're not friends anymore, but she was like, oh, we should cosplay like Lois and the Cinnamon Skin Target Lady, and I didn't have the heart to tell her that like, oh, I already had plans to do it with my friend, and but you know, we're not friends anymore, so we never did. And so now I feel like if I do cosplay that with my friend, she's gonna be like, but I said that we were gonna, like, that was my idea. But it was like, no, honey, we had that idea way before you even came along. But you know, it's whatever. I was kind of getting like Princess and the Frog vibes at this point. I don't know why. It was probably the green. It was definitely the green. And I don't really know what I was doing. I kind of wish I hadn't, like, I don't know. Like, I did kind of experiment a little bit more with rendering throughout these. I don't know if I already said that, but I kind of like the sketchiness of the background, as opposed to when I rendered it. And I kind of wish I'd kept it that way now because it looks cooler. But also, guys, I moved on from the lilies, and I really hope you're proud of me because, listen, it was really hard for me to stop drawing the lilies and to draw a different flower, because I'm pretty sure that these are briar flowers. I wanted to incorporate her name a little bit because I was like, Briar Beauty? Is that her name? The one from Ever After High? But I don't know. I was like, that could be fun, and so, because I knew it was also a plant, but I didn't know what it looked like. It's just one of those things, you know, like, you know vaguely what a certain kind of apple looks like, but all apples are different and unique and special in their own way. In their own right, if you will. So, I don't know. And I made them, like, kind of similar to her color palette. Why? Because it looks cool. Oh my gosh. That was gross, excuse me. But it looks cool, you know? And at the end of the day, art is supposed to look fun and cool, and what messages is supposed to portray, that Briar is really pretty and fun to draw, and that's it. That's it. I originally wanted to tongue-tied, well, I wanted to, oh my gosh, I wanted to draw Briar with one of Whimsical's other characters, and then I didn't, because I had art block. That's the thing, when I get art block and I, like, want to draw, a lot of the time I just do portraits. And for some reason, they're always on the, like, is that the left or the right? I don't really know, but they're always on, like, one side of the canvas, as opposed to the other. And I don't know, maybe it's just because that's where my hand is, but I don't know. But moving on, this is a revenge for Simply Anonymous. I think so these last 3 are all revenges. I thought I only did 2, but I did 3. Take that, liberals. I know how to count. But this is for Anonymous's character. Was it Jacob? This entire video is just me being bad with names and having to very quickly look on my ARTFIGHT to make sure I got this right. It's Jason. Like the bear. No. Jason's not a bear. Like the guy from the movie with the hockey match. Guys. I need to stop. Anyways, I needed to draw a character that didn't have eyes. Does that make sense? Because I felt like I've been drawing a lot of eyes recently, and I needed to draw a character without them. Actually, I just needed to draw a character with as little features as possible. And you know what? Sometimes art block does that to you. But I still had fun, and I think that he's so silly. He's like, what, alcoholic ghost real estate agent? Dude, like, that's low-key the life. Like, that's low-key the life. And so, I don't know. I got the urge, again, I really like red, and like red suns or moons. I don't actually know what time of day this is. It looks more like nighttime now that I'm thinking about it, but do you think that I actually think when I do art? On the rare occasion, yes. But we're not talking about the rare occasion. Most of the time, no. I didn't have a plan for this going forward, but it's red, and there's a time, and there's a celestial object in the sky, and that's what really matters. And you guys need to be grateful that I thought that far ahead. Anyways, I don't know. I just felt like doing a shack in the woods. And then I was like, wait, but what if he's selling you the shack? So like at the very end, I had like a very small for sale sign that you like literally can't even read. You can't even read it, but it's okay. That's okay. This one took a lot less time than I thought it would. I think it is because like I didn't have to worry too much about getting all the details correctly. I do kind of wish that I had spent a little bit more time on that cigarette because it looks very large. And I think I tried to go back and fix it, but in the end it just looks like a very thick cigarette, which isn't a bad thing. And I also forgot the cigarette smoke, and then I felt really like gross about forgetting the cigarette smoke. But I also, one of my friends might hate me, but I also don't really like smoking cigarettes like that. Like, sure, they look cool, but I just, guys, I'm a vocalist, I have to preserve my voice, I have to, okay, don't talk to me, I don't want to talk about it, I don't want to have this conversation anymore. Anyways, this final attack is for ShadowFooxii and their character, Ade. I think I said that right, I hope I said that right, because I'm going to be really sad if I didn't say that right. But I don't know if I already said it in this video or in this take, because this is like my 5th take. But I've been just on like a roll of drawing pretty feminine characters, and so I decided that I was gonna change it up a little bit. And at this point I was getting just, I don't know, not necessarily tired, but definitely a little burnt out. And so this is mostly just a sketch, but it's a cool looking sketch, if you know what I mean. But yeah, this was again a pretty like fast one, but I really, oh my gosh, I love this one. I really like the like characters with like bright glasses. I love that so much. There's so much you can do with that, and I kind of wish that I'd like done more lighting just on the face and maybe around the hair. But you know what? It's okay. It's okay. What happened there? Hello? What was I doing? I guess I'll never know. I did do like a very small bit of rendering, because I kept trying to figure out like, do I want to render this? Do I not want to render this? And in the end I couldn't really decide. So I did like a little bit of rendering here and there, and then I kind of called it a day, but I did have a lot of fun drawing them. Because they're so sick. They look so sick, and I'd love to know more about like this universe and this character. But for now, it's okay. Alright, welcome to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. It means a lot when you guys, you know, come to the end of the video for little old me. Sorry, that was gross. Let me lock in. But I hope your art fight is going well. Feel free to let me know how it's going either in the comments or join the Discord server. You know, if you need more people to attack, you know, also drop your profiles, do whatever. But also, if you go to my personal ARTFIGHT profile, then you'll also find like a bunch of people that are linked. All of the links for the people in this video will also be in the description, and a couple of announcements, and I don't know, I'm just talking. I'm gonna make a video probably about how I think you should go about, you know, meeting people and making friends in college, as a weird kid specifically, just because it's that season and I want to talk about it, because I'm going into my second year, so I feel like I have a little bit of expertise. I don't know, we'll see what happens, because I already recorded it, but I might re-record it, because low-key, it was just okay. And then also, speaking of which, I'm gonna probably remake my Death of Animation memes video that I released like, what, 2 weeks ago now, because I feel like I can do better, and I also want to make a more organized version, because I kind of glazed over a lot of things because it wasn't really the best ever. I don't know, it was just me talking, and then it got way, like, a couple thousand more views than I was expecting. So I don't know, we'll go with the flow. Also, my commissions are open. I probably should have mentioned that sooner, but my commissions are open. The link will be in the description, and yeah, I use Artistry as of right now, but we'll see what happens. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and happy art fight. Bye.